At 85, Martha Patricia makes a completely different impression than is usually expected from this age. It's not about appearance or trying to appear younger. Attention is attracted by her mobility, lively interest in what is happening, and a sense of inner energy. Next to her, it is especially clear that age alone does not determine the quality of life and condition of a person. The quality and length of life depends on the habits that you follow every day. Watch this video to the end and we will reveal all the secrets of this incredible woman's youth. So, let's get started. The first important element of her lifestyle is regular workouts at home. And here we are not talking about rare mood-based activities or casual activity, but about a stable habit built into the daily rhythm. She trains in a familiar home environment without difficult conditions, without searching for the perfect moment, and without internal bargaining today or tomorrow. This is what changes the perception of physical activity itself. The boundary between training and ordinary life disappears. Movement is no longer a separate event that needs to be planned and adjusted to. It becomes a natural part of the day, like cooking or cleaning. As we age, this is especially important because the psyche increasingly begins to choose the path of minimal resistance, procrastinate, save energy, and avoid unnecessary effort. The home format completely removes these barriers. There is no need to go anywhere, no need to pack, no need to overcome external obstacles or change the environment. The body simply turns on where it already is. And it is this simplicity that makes the habit sustainable for many years, turning movement not into a task, but into a natural state of life. The second element of her physical system is dumbbell exercises. But even here, the point is not to achieve sports achievements or increase the workload for the sake of progress. She uses light strength exercises as a way to maintain muscle tone, coordination, and basic body strength. This is not about building up muscles, but about maintaining the body's ability to confidently perform everyday actions. It is strength training in a soft, regular format that plays a huge role at the age of 80 plus. It helps slow down the loss of muscle mass, supports bone density, improves stability, and reduces the risk of falls. One of the most critical factors in old age. But in Martha's case, it's not even physiology that's more important, but logic itself. It does not allow the body to unlearn how to be strong. Interestingly, the combination of these two elements, home workouts and working with dumbbells, creates not just physical activity, but a system for maintaining independence. She doesn't train for form or results. She trains for the sake of being able to stay independent in her daily life. And that's why her approach looks less like a sport and more like a lifestyle in which movement is a basic body condition rather than a separate task. An important layer of her lifestyle is being active outside the home. She regularly goes out into the fresh air, moves, and changes the space around her. And at first glance, it seems like a simple element, but in fact, it plays a much deeper role. When a person stays in the same limited space, his perception begins to shrink. The brain receives fewer new stimuli, and the level of internal activity gradually decreases. Everything works differently for Martha. Her day is not confined to four walls. She remains in contact with the outside world, with its light, noise, and variability, and it supports not only physical fitness, but also cognitive flexibility. Because the brain is a system that literally feeds on novelty, even small changes to the route, environment, or familiar scenarios make it stay on. And here an important effect appears. The body and brain begin to work in conjunction. Body movement stimulates the brain, and an active brain, in turn, supports the desire to move on. These are not separate processes, but a single system. But perhaps one of the most overlooked factors in her life is social engagement. It does not exist in isolation. It remains a part of human interaction, communication, exchange of attention and emotions. And this is not a secondary element, but a fundamental component of her lifestyle. Because social isolation is one of the fastest accelerators of aging, even if a person is physically active. When regular communication disappears, the world begins to narrow down to inner thoughts and everyday repetitions. Emotional variability decreases, motivation for new actions decreases, and gradually a person loses not only social connections, but also the inner impulse to activity. Martha's process is completely the opposite. She remains involved in other people's lives, and this creates a constant stream of emotional and cognitive stimuli. Simply put, her psyche does not freeze because she continues to be reflected in others. If you put all these elements together, it becomes clear that her condition is not an accident or the result of one lucky factor. It's a whole system of habits that support each other. Physical activity helps to keep the body in good shape. Fresh air affects clarity of thinking and general well-being. And constant communication supports emotional stability and interest in life. It is the combination of these things that creates an effect that others perceive as unusual youth and inner energy. Martha's system works naturally because her approach to life is inherently different. She doesn't focus on age and doesn't build her limitations around it. It's more important for her to stay on the move, to keep acting, to be involved in what's happening. As long as a person retains an interest in the world, the habit of doing something, communicating, and learning new things, he remains a participant in his own life, and not just an observer. And perhaps the main conclusion here is quite simple. It's not so much about trying to stop time, but rather about not allowing everyday life to become too narrow and monotonous. When there is room in life for movement, communication, curiosity, and new experiences, a person retains a sense of vivacity, energy, and inner youth longer. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.